Yes, well, my message is always that Lebanon is here. Lebanon is playing his part in the energy transition, in the move towards a better future for the people, for its people, but also for the planet. At the same time, there is an overarching message that I think any one of us, especially in our part of the world, has to bring forward, which is to call for an immediate return to peace and an immediate stopping of the hostilities and the honoring of international resolutions, such as the UN resolution for Israel to honor a ceasefire and stop the unnecessary killings of the thousands of people that we are seeing today. So that is always a message that I'd like to bring. At the same time, this is about energy. Yeah. Energy is also clearly dependent on geopolitical stability. Without stability, a lot of our efforts are undermined. And we have seen that in Lebanon itself, because in Lebanon we have achieved a historic milestone, which is the delineation of the borders at the end of 2022. We've done the delineation of the borders, and what ensued from that is a clear, renewed, energy level and commitment level by our international partners. And I'm talking about Total Energies, I'm talking about Qatar Energy, I'm talking about Eni, in actually moving forward with the exploration activity in the gas offshore Lebanon, and they have achieved some progress because they completed the drilling of the exploration well within only a period of 2 months. But unfortunately, after that, the return to geopolitical instability has seemed to dissuade them from continuing with us the journey.
And let's talk about the geopolitical uncertainty at the moment. The war on your borders, pretty much. The war within your borders. Hezbollah using Lebanon as a base to attack Israel. How difficult is that making the energy conundrum, the ability to give sustainable energy to your population, because this war is there and it is clear and present danger?
Yes, let me tell you, there is no reason to have this war, and if only we arrive to the implementation of the UN resolution, because it's not nothing, it's a UN resolution that calls Israel for an immediate ceasefire. I believe, and I have heard it in Lebanon by the different parties that are active, that should this happen, then immediately the hostilities will stop on our borders. So I'm confident that if a ceasefire arises, then there will be a lot more geopolitical stability.
But can you control the forces within your own borders that are attacking Israel?
Listen, to me, my objective is to achieve geopolitical stability and at the same time keep Lebanon unified as one country and make sure that everybody is sticking together. We have a lot of divisive topics in Lebanon, and I try to avoid avoiding areas of differentials between the Lebanese people. As I told you, what I'm suggesting is a clear way to secure our borders. Now, at the same time...
But would Hezbollah respect that, sir?
Oh, 100%. I believe, because I've heard all, as I said, all relevant stakeholders talk about this. So I'm confident and I'm hopeful that a solution will be reached in which we will obtain a ceasefire, we will obtain a peace and sovereignty for the Palestinian people, and that everybody can live in peace in our area, because there is no progress without peace. There is no progress without stability. There is no energy transition without stability.
And you talk about the international partners, the likes of Eni, the likes of Qatar, the likes of Total. They've pulled back from investment while this war is going on, haven't they?
Listen, yes, what we have seen, not a complete pullback, but what we see is typically when the geopolitical situation is positive, we see a renewed engagement, and I gave you the example. When the geopolitical situation starts to become more volatile, we see them shy away from being more decisive and assertive, and what we want them is to be committed, for better or worse, as it were, with us. And we're not seeing that. we would like to see more. We would like to see a real engagement. In Lebanon, we have an offshore that is endowed as much as the rest of the Mediterranean basin. In the Mediterranean basin, you look at the Israel-occupied Palestine, you look at Cyprus, you look at Egypt, and all over this rich basin, you have gas fields, and they have been explored, and in hundreds of gas exploration wells have been drilled, and in Lebanon only 2 have been drilled. We demand from our partners, we demand from the large players in the oil and gas field to help Lebanon make the move like the other countries in our neighborhood have done.